Hey
guys!
Welcome back to God Works. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of our personal stories and just encouraging you guys in silly things that we've encountered in our workplace.
Okay, so check this. One time I got this job working at a trash company. So what I would do is it was a night shift job, and what my job position was called the hopper. And what that is you ride on the back of garbage trucks, and every trash can you stop, and then you got to get out and you got to load it up, and then you pull this lever and it like dumps the trash in there. So anyways, I'm already having a terrible night because my first night on the job. It is 30 degrees outside. It's raining. So I had like this huge jacket on, these big boots, and you had to go really fast because there was like 300 cans that you had to do a night. And so anyways, at the beginning of the night, I'm dumping the trash in there, and it's awful. It's really gross. It's wet. It's nasty. It stinks. And I dumped the bag in there, and I pulled the lever, and the big thing comes down to crush the trash, and it hits a trash bag just right that it pops open and splashes this nasty, just gross liquid all over my face. And it made me want to throw up. It was terrible. And I was like, man, this is the worst job ever. So, anyway, so the night keeps going. And so he stops at every trash can. So he drives up, and then he stops, and you jump off the truck, grab the can real quick, and then load it up, and then dump it. Well, I didn't really know the route because it's the same route every night, but I had just started, so I didn't know the route. And we dumped like 100 trash cans already, so he starts to slow down. And I jump off, and I start, because it was the same color trash can as all the other trash cans. So I jump off, and I go to get the trash can. Well, all of a sudden, he takes off.
Oh.
So apparently, it wasn't our trash can.
Oh.
So I'm freaking out. So I'm chasing this truck, and he doesn't see me. I'm waving my hands, and remember, it's raining. It's 30 degrees. I had these massive boots on, this huge jacket. And I'm running as fast as I can. I chased him for 2 blocks before. What I was so mad about was we had stopped almost every 10 feet. And then for 2 blocks, we didn't have a trash can.
That's right there.
So that's my story. And it was terrible. And I never want to work trash ever again. So anyone who works trash, I'm very sorry. And I hope you get a bunch of raises. So.
My story, I was working as a valet, and we had a big event of a couple hundred people going on, and when we get a key, it has a ticket on it that says the location, the color of the car, and what type of car it is. Well, I got this one key that normally it comes with a fob, so you can click it, unlock it, and lock it so the lights will light up and it shows you what the car is. Well, this one was just a key, and it only had, on the ticket, just said silver. And I was like, okay, what's a silver car? And the key looked like a Hyundai key, so I knew it was going to be a silver Hyundai. Well, it happened that it wasn't in any of our main lots. It was actually in this lot about a quarter of a mile away. So I had to run all the way over there. And I get over there, and I remember it took me about 45 minutes, and I found every silver Hyundai in the lot. And man, was I upset. People were yelling at me like, what are you doing? Why aren't you pulling up the car? And I'm like, I can't find it. It's nowhere to be found.
How big was the lot?
The lot was it could hold like a couple hundred cars. So,
wow.
I mean, just insane. I'm running from car to car to car. And finally, I'm just like, okay, I gotta just unlock Hyundai cars. You know, I don't know what's gonna work, because I had some cars where the key would actually go in, but it wouldn't turn. So I'm like,
my God.
ugh. And so finally, I get to the very end of the lot, and I walk up to this red Hyundai, and I put the key in, and I turn the door, and it unlocks, and I was like,
Oh my! One job.
One job, just write the color, the location. They didn't do any of that right. So that's my story.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. My story is when I was working at the cafeteria here at the Crest for the Nations, I had a little funny situation. Normally for us, the servers, we look for the day that they have a catering here at the school, because the catering food is way different and it's way better from the one that we normally had, right? And I was hungry. I could smell all the good stuff that were happening in that kitchen. I knew it was gonna be good, so I was like, man, I'm ready. So anyway, every Monday they had this like Hispanic service where all these Hispanic pastors and all that stuff, well, they will come up and they will have such like good food for them, right? And the lady was like, hey, you speak Spanish, so just go and you be the server. So I was like, sure. So I'm serving this thing, and I'm done serving it. They go over there, they're jumping and shouting and doing all that stuff, and I just go like, man, you know what? I'm gonna get one of those wings right there. So the people were done. I was over here just looking at the food, and I was like, man, I really want those wings. So I was like, oh man, they're gonna catch me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So I get one of those wings, and it's the small one. So I just go and whoop. Immediately just put it on my mouth, and I was like, this is so good. And I was like, okay, maybe I can pull out another one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nobody was near you.
No one was
what?
looking. No, like the Hispanic passengers just over there, they were just shouting and dancing, and they were just having a good time. My coworkers were in the back, and I was just like, well, no one is around, so might as well, you know. So I went for another one, and as I'm about to put it on my mouth, my manager walks in the door, and I look at her and I say, "Do you want some?" And she goes, "Oh, no, I'm good. But matter of fact, can you go to the back and just do some stuff?" And I was like, man, I'm so fired. This is it for me. This is the last day. Thankfully, I didn't get fired, but there was a little story that happened that day. Just funny and scary at the same time.
Wow.
Well, my manager caught me one time doing something that I definitely wasn't supposed to be doing. I was a lifeguard at a college, and they had like this huge Olympic-sized pool, right? And they would have the high schools, like the 3 high schools in the area, come like at 4:30 to like 7 to come swim and do their swim practices for the swim team. And so I was the only lifeguard on this huge pool, right? But it's a swim team, so I really didn't have much to do because they all knew how to swim. Like, they would swim like miles a day.
Right.
So I'm sitting there. Of course, I drove, woke up at 4 o'clock, got there at 4:30, unlocked the gym, got everything going. It's really nice and humid because it's an indoor pool.
That's nice.
And I'm in there, and once they jump in, you know, I'm like, you know, scanning back and forth, making sure, you know, nobody's drowning. But then after a while, you know, it's pretty warm in there, and you know, and you get the, you know, it's humid, and you can hear just the shh.
On the water.
Everybody's swimming, and then I'm just like start thinking about other things. I start dozing off, and then all the little kids that are waiting to swim because they're like doing the laps, they're all like laughing at me, and I'm like, no, wake up, Grant. So I'm like slapping my face, and like I stand up, and I'm like, I fell asleep with my eyes open, and I'm like, my eyes rolled back, like, oh my god. So I'm sitting there, and it's like almost at the end of my shift, and I have like 30 minutes left, and I'm just like I pace back and forth everything. So I'm sitting there, and I'm dead asleep. I'm so asleep. And literally, my boss comes in, she's like, hey, and I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? She's like, Grant, if I ever catch you sleeping on the job one more time, I swear you're gonna be out of here. I'm like, I wasn't, I couldn't think of a good excuse. I was like, I better not catch you. I was like, oh my gosh. So
That's awesome.
that was my incident.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 2 stories now, but I think I'm gonna give one. And one time we had just received a baby. He was 10 months old, and we were about to bring him to the hospital for checkup. And that baby was, you know, sometimes our kids are very difficult. They don't warm up to you. And me particularly, he wouldn't. And it was the cutest thing ever, but he just didn't want to be with me. But on that day, he kind of warmed up to me, and I was so excited because it was like a breakthrough. So we were in the car, and there was some music going on. And you know, as Africans, we love, you know, boom. And the baby was sitting on me, and he was like, you know, kind of moving. And I was like, yeah, go baby, go baby. You know, kind of. And he got serious, and he was dancing. He was on it, and I was like, man, I'm so good. Then we got to the hospital. We get out. And then I see like a bottle of poop. Actually, the baby was like, you know, he was dancing.
It wasn't the music at all.
Yeah, it wasn't just the anointing on the music. He just left me a huge bottle of yellow poop kind of on my jeans. And I was like, oh my gosh, baby. I don't need to tell you that smelled like something special. Probably like a juice that was from the...
It was probably poop juice.
Yeah.
So on that note, hopefully y'all had a good time just hearing our stories and kind of keeping it more lighthearted. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. And have a good day, guys. See ya.
Bye.